Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. In the last part we started off heading through the first, making our first visit through Madarames dungeon. And this part is the conclusion of the first part of the dungeon, the first visit, also, I think and we're also going to be doing some other stuff as well. We're going to be doing finding out a way of getting past, because basically, as you can see here, you get through to a certain point in the dungeon, and there's a big giant door blocking your path. Which, if you remember the pattern, you should recognize it, because it was also a door there was also a door painted in the exact same way in Madarame's actual house. So yeah, we can't get past at this point, so that's the end of the first part of the first visit. And yeah, this one's kind of it's different yet similar. Like, this one's kind of split in half. So you go through a certain point, there's this security door which you can't get past, and then there's the second half, which is you get into the treasure. But we're done for the first visit. It's a little bit different from the original one, because the first dungeon, the reason why you had to leave so many times was because you went in first for your awakening, then you went back in for Ryuji's awakening, then Ann went in, and so it was kind of, you went in several times early on, and then the last time it was just straight through. But anyway, we need to find a way to get past that door. But how are we going to do that?
Looks like this is where I come in.
Okay, Morgana.
I have a suspicious place in mind. Remember?
What?
This shack is the basis for Madarame's palace. I actually scouted it out the last time we were here.
So yeah, when Morgana scouted it out last time, he happened to see a giant door with the same markings on it, with the same paintings on it. So basically, how this has to work is that we have to unlock that door and open it in front of Madarame to change his cognition, so that we can get through to the second half of the dungeon. Easy. Simple. As Morgana is saying here, I jumped the gun a little bit.
In other words, when we open the one in Madarame's house.
So yeah, but it's quite a clever little reason to split the dungeon up in half, and I think it's a really cool reason to try and open it. So basically, Morgana with that again. Can't hit to try, why not?
Yeah, but...
So how are we going to get in?
It's worth a try.
That's the big question.
But even then, there's still that hefty lock we have to deal with in reality, right?
That'll be a breeze. Just give me a hairpin and I'll handle it. It will take some
Yeah,
time.
apparently Morgana can open...
myself in front of Madarame would be impossible.
My apologies. Yeah, apparently Morgana can open locks using a hairpin in her actual cat form. So how are we going to get in there to get in? How are we going to get into the house?
We'd get reported for sure if we force ourselves in.
What?
Ann, you're not getting it.
Having you go nude.
What? Didn't see you say that, Ryuji. I was just thinking the same thing.
So yeah, Ann is going to have to take up Yusuke up on his offer in order for us to get Morgana in there, so we can open up the door.
House without raising suspicions. So we'd like for you to play the role of decoy, Lady Ann.
Yeah, so Ann is going to be the decoy.
I mean, I don't even know where the locked door is.
Don't worry, I'll accompany you.
But that's still technically only me.
That's very true. It's armed with a cat. What the hell is Morgana gonna do?
Or something.
Really gonna work?
Morgana, that is a very
Giving me much confidence in
lackluster
this plan.
plan there. That's not very helpful.
Do I have to be the bait?
There's no other way.
But what if, you know, nothing.
Ann has given up. So yeah, Ann is gonna
Then just open the door.
make Yusuke believe that she's going to
But if there's no other way,
model for him, shall we say? And in that,
I
and
don't have a choice.
after doing that, she
God,
Morgana will be able to unlock the door.
I'll do it for justice. Seriously.
I love that
better
reading.
pull this off.
If it's for your sake,
I think you're going to be pulling stuff off, Anna. But oh, that's terrible. But
We'll be counting on
yeah,
you.
so basically, Ryuji and our main character here are going to be in the other world, waiting for that to open.
I'll tear that house down.
I love
I'm
Anne's
really
line
gonna
there.
lose it if you do all this in
But
the
yeah,
palace.
basically we're going to be in Madarame's palace, waiting for the door to open. We'll get through, turn off the security system, and then we'll be able to go in whenever we want after that point. All Anne has to do is make Yusuke believe that she's going to model for him.
But
Morgana opened the door and just basically get Madarame to see it.
I don't know. Just say something.
Nice and easy.
I really need it to be tomorrow. That should work.
I love Ryuji's line reading there, it's so perfect. And she's just like, oh, this is terrible. This is a terrible idea. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's going to be the next part of the next section. That's what we're going to have to do. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's a certain day. Yeah, there we are. It's basically, it has to be the next day. So from that point, it's basically a scripted event. So what will happen is we'll go to so the day after you finish the going through Madarame's dungeon
Now,
for the first pass through, the day after that will be you'll have to go in and do this story section, which involves a boss fight. So it'll be pretty fun.
hey,
Let's make ourselves some coffee. Oh no, you can't. Yeah, basically because we've been in the dungeon, we can't actually do anything. There is a way of bypassing that later if you max out. What's her name? The teacher. Oh fuck, I can't remember her name. Anyway, one of the social links is your main teacher. I can't remember her name. Fuck. But basically, the last thing that she gave, the final perk that you get is basically a massage. Weirdly enough, and basically, if you use that, if you call her over and she gives you a massage, then basically, once you've had that massage, then you're refreshed and you can go back out into the city again. You can go off and do other side stuff in the evening, even if you've been in the dungeon that day, which is pretty useful. And
All right.
of course, we're top of the class. I think there is a trophy for getting top of the class in every test. I think there's like 3 sets of tests, 3 or 4 sets of tests. So yeah, that isn't.
We'll be counting on you.
But it's nothing really too needed. So now we've got to do this story part here.
What?
So essentially what's going to happen here. So yeah, this is just the plan that basically Ryuji and our main character are going to be in Madarame's palace waiting for Ann and Morgana to do their thing. And this is one of my favourite moments in the whole fucking game.
I'm sorry
In
it was
terms
so
of
sudden.
comedy, it's just fucking hilarious.
It's not a problem. But as
I love
told
this
you
so
yesterday,
much.
Sensei will be returning in about 20 or 30 minutes. So, I'm sorry if that causes some anxiety on your part.
what
You scare
I
you,
have to do,
pervert.
damn it.
What was that?
Oh no, it was nothing.
By the way,
Anne's acting is pretty fucking bad.
have you gained some weight?
Yusuke, you tactless bastard.
I'm the
But
same
yeah.
as always. Maybe I'm bloated today.
I love that.
Can you,
I love Anne's
get
kind of
ready
like,
here?
I
you know,
Take my
clothes
clothes
the
off.
design here where she's put
Yes.
pretty much every single set of clothes that she could wear.
Anyway,
I just love it. It's so fucking stupid and hilarious. That shrunk.
Oh,
Yusuke.
that was tight.
tight?
Oh my god, Yusuke.
No. I'm doing this for art.
Don't look over here. Okay? Hey,
Oh
your
god, this
sensei
section is
has
so
fun, right?
fucking stupid. But I love it. It's so fucking
so.
funny.
Do you think we could do this somewhere else then? A little more atmosphere would be lovely.
This should be good enough.
They actually do a really good job here with Anne. The actress does, because she's supposed to be a bad actress. So you trying to get a good actress, as Anne's actress is, to portray a
But the only one with
bad
luck is
acting,
Sensei's
that
room.
must be kind of tricky to do.
Then why not there?
I can't intrude. Besides, I don't have the key.
Yeah, she's trying to get in there.
Doesn't have the key. It's okay. That's why I'm here. I'll just use
Time to open it up.
Takamaki-san.
Morgana, oh, apparently has a hairpin. Why does Morgana have a hairpin? And now she just happens to be in her normal clothes.
Don't you think it's cold today?
I suppose so.
I love God. This scene's so good. It's just
Right?
silly.
That's why
Uh,
I changed location.
Just a really fun scene.
I mean, I'm gonna take it all off.
That acting, man. And Yusuke's,
Make for a
yeah.
better picture if I can brighten my model's mood.
Uh-huh, that's right.
She may even be willing to try out various expressive poses for use in a dynamic composition.
Love Anne's reaction.
Kind of poses.
Leon, you have to act. Get back in character.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Let's go. I was just starting to...
Oh god. The acting here is so intentionally bad. I just love it.
Wander around
It's so good.
Oh, it's so hot.
It's just
really
absolutely
can't use
terrible.
any other room.
But I love it.
Hey, why not this one?
Please wait.
I'm counting on you, Mona.
Yeah, so now we've just got to wait for Mona to unlock that door.
Are they seriously gonna be able to pull this off? She was saying stuff like, I'll just seduce him with my acting, but that sounds out of her league.
As we can tell,
Got one sign
quite
that
severely out of her league.
Isn't Madarame coming home soon? On top of that,
Chill out.
even if Mona's able to unlock
Ryuji,
the door,
calm down.
how's it
It's
gonna
fine.
get to Madarame? And then even if they do show it open, any normal person would just close it right up again. Doesn't that mean we only got a few seconds to get in?
Stop bitching.
To be blunt,
Let's just get on with it.
won't it be a miracle if this works?
It'll definitely
I
work.
wanna think that
Chill.
too, but
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine.
it's almost time.
Just chill out. No, we can't take our time. We've got to get this done.
What's past here?
That's
So the door Mona mentioned is up ahead.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
telling you, you can't.
Yusuke's acting there is so good.
Done?
It's hard to do this with cat.
Yeah, to be fair, he's doing this with cat paws. It must be fucking tricky.
Oh.
No opposable thumbs.
Oh, what is this room?
It's a
The acting here is
storage
so
area for
bad.
old paintings.
Just adore it. It's so good.
Storage. Hey, Kitagawa-kun. Why don't we do it in here? I won't be embarrassed if we go somewhere nobody can find us.
Only Sensei can go in
it's a really big lock, by the way. That lock's massive.
Somewhere like quiet. You know, where we won't get interrupted.
Is he really going to buy that terrible act?
Morgana's awesome. Saying what everybody's thinking.
So frustrating that my feelings aren't getting through to you. Hitagawa-kun, do you not like girls like me?
No, that's not true.
How is that working on him?
Please.
I love Morgana's reactions here. So good.
Inside.
Oh my
Sure.
god, she is laying it on thick.
I mean, no, we can't go in there.
Yeah, Yusuke is so close there.
Fine. This is too embarrassing. I'm leaving.
But
Let's just do it in here. Okay?
what do I do? I'm home.
Oh my god, Madarame's here.
Just
Oh, shit.
say.
Yusuke?
Alright, it's open.
It's open, hey! And a gold lock. That's a really fucking gold lock.
What are you doing there?
I think we see like a properly.
It's not what it
It's a similar design. I think they use the same design for the lock here that they use for the big locks on the like
Not in there.
golden treasure chest in the dungeons. Like I think the golden treasure chest in the dungeons have like they are slightly bigger,
Nothing's happening.
but it's a similar design or the same design. And boom, we're in. Time for us to go.
Did it. Yeah, for real. Let's go.
Right then. So now we have to go in. I think it's just. Is it just us now? Yeah. Okay. So basically, we have to go into here.
All right.
So we're now into the Treasure Hall Lounge. So all we need to do now is we need to go find the control room for the security and turn it off. And we've got a bad guy to deal with.
Hey.
So this is basically the dungeon's only, I think, mini boss.
Sorry.
Like the previous dungeon had like 2 or 3. Like had a couple of mini bosses. This one only has 1, from what I remember. It's just a shorter dungeon in general. And here he is. First time I played this game, he's fucking tough. I mean, with my best, with the armor that I've got on and the weapons that I have, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier. But the first time I played this, oh my god, he hits like a fucking truck, and he has a good defense as well. I think he's... Yeah, thank god he missed. I can't remember what he's weak to. Yeah, I think this is why I'm just like, fuck this, let's just cross / finish him off. I don't think he has a weakness in this form, because he turns in, this enemy becomes a regular enemy later on. Becomes a regular enemy that you'll run into in this dungeon, but for this part it's done. And it looked relatively easy, but when you've got your DLC persona and you've got your strongest weapons and strongest armor, it's a piece of cake. When you, however, first time you play it, he hits like a truck, and you don't cause a lot of damage. He doesn't have a weakness, so it can be a bit of a war of attrition kind of boss. But anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time when we'll be closing off the turning off the security for Madarame's dungeon, and then we'll be trying to exit out of that dungeon fairly quickly, and we'll also find out what happens with Yusuke, Ann, and Morgana. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.